bondsman everywhere. True dat.
How are you? Welcome back, Rush Limbaugh. I'm behind the golden EIB microphone, the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. A new ad running here in South Florida depicts Allen West, a Republican, African-American Republican. Allen West is depicted in a boxing ring wearing red boxing gloves. It's a cartoon-like video. Shows Allen West punching an old woman, a young lady, and a family with children. He also steals money, cash, from the hands of the family. He puts the money in his pocket, all while laughing about it. And the audio that accompanies the video has a female announcer with a condescending tone saying West has socked it to seniors, he's whacked women with his votes, he's mauled middle-class families. Allen West, tax cuts for the rich. So they got Allen West beating up an old woman, stealing money from a middle-class family, and whacking a younger woman. It's sort of like the Paul Ryan ad shoving a grandmother in a wheelchair over a cliff. It's all they've got, folks. Dick Morris has an idea on what Romney could do. He was on O'Reilly last night. O'Reilly said, look, if I'm Romney, I do the fact check that we just did. And I say, look, this is what we did. This is why we bought the guy's company. This is what happened. We tried to save the company. See, this is the advice that people give Romney. Go out and tell the truth about what you did. Go in there and say, no. We took over Bain because they asked, or the steel company because they asked us in. We saved that company for 3 to 4 years longer than it would have had a life. The people that worked at that company had jobs and health care for 4 years longer than they would have. If we hadn't gone in there, that company would have gone bankrupt. This woman had health insurance from her own job when her husband was like, he was offered a buyout. The theory, go in and tell the truth. The problem with that, and it sounds good, but the problem with that is you're accepting the premise. And you're always on defense. And what has to happen here is somehow Obama and his team need to be the one on defense. Otherwise, the Romney campaign is always defending themselves against lies. When you start defending yourselves against lies told about, I've been there, folks. People lie about you and you try to defend yourself, you're still defending. You're still on defense. And in the process, you are accepting the premise that people still think it's important to get the truth out, which is it? Does it matter, really? It doesn't matter to the people that the Obama campaign's targeting here. By definition, the truth doesn't matter. They're hoping that people that don't pay any attention to politics, they're never going to turn on Fox News. They're never going to listen to talk radio. They're just on Twitter and Facebook all day. They might spend some time watching Dancing with the Stars or Entertainment TV, MTV, whatever. And that's where they're going to see that Romney's wife, or this guy's wife died because of Romney. So is responding to lies with the truth the way to go? That's what most people's gut reaction is. But I'm telling you, when you do, you're accepting the premise and then on defense. And you remember my phrase. By definition, when you're on defense, you're not advancing the ball. You're not moving forward. What has to happen, and I don't know that I'm smart enough to know how to do this, folks. I'm not in politics. And I think I know what has to happen in terms of how to do it. I don't know. If I knew how to do this kind of stuff, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't have time. Everybody being lied about in America would be paying me to fix it for them. But what I know is that you've got to turn around, you've got to get off defense, and you have to be on offense. Sometimes you win games on defense, but what do? Recover a fumble or intercept a pass? In baseball, how do you win a game on defense? How do you score a run on defense in baseball? You don't. In football, you can, but it's really unique. It's not a common occurrence. You're never advancing the ball on defense unless you recover a fumble or intercept a pass. You're just holding ground, and that's the problem with it. And I think instinctively that's what all of us, we want to see these guys under assault. We want to see them on defense. We want to see them running for the hills. Problem is, we're not willing to lie about them to do it. Here's Morris's idea. This is what he said to O'Reilly last night.
I would put Ann Romney on. I want to have her say, Barack Obama is running an ad saying my husband is not sensitive to people with cancer, and in fact accusing him of helping to aid in the death of a woman who died from cancer. Well, as you may know, I battled breast cancer, and I had no more supportive person than Mitt Romney.
How that hit you? Romney goes on TV, acknowledges the ad. They're running an ad saying a woman died of cancer because I didn't care. Well, my wife had cancer. My wife battled breast cancer. Here she is, Ann Romney. She battled breast cancer. And there was nobody more supportive to put her up there. I had cancer. There was nobody more supportive of me when I had cancer than my husband, Mitt Romney. My problem with that is that makes it look like it's news that Romney would support his wife when she's got cancer. Wouldn't we assume that? If you have to tell people that Mitt Romney supported his wife with cancer, isn't there maybe an admission that there was some doubt about it? That's why I've always said when people go out and deny something that has not been alleged, they look nervous. Wait a minute, nobody accused you of that. Why are you denying it? You see the problem here. Did you think this is a good idea, Snerdley? You don't think it's a good idea. Why do you think it's a horrible idea? Okay, that's fine. He said everything you just said I agree with. Well, I know, that's what, when I say it, there's not much left to be said. That's actually true. Here's Jeff in Tempe. Nope, it's Tampa. Didn't have my glasses. Tampa, Florida. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thanks, Rush. First-time caller, big-time fan.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, I just, as a proud American, I'm really just disgusted in how, Romney's being portrayed as an insensitive murderer in this. And I don't even like to say it, as a matter of fact. But
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. There is a guy who didn't support his wife when she had cancer. He's a Democrat, and his name's John Edwards.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just had a brain explosion there, and I had to say that before I forgot it. Start again. You said you're disgusted at how Romney is being portrayed here as an insensitive murderer.
Yeah, and even to say it, it hurts my heart. But when the question is, what does it make Obama with the Solyndra premeditated murderer? With knowing that the company is failing, driving it into bankruptcy.
Well, that was one of my first reactions. How about all these dealerships that Obama shut down when he bought General Motors? How about all the people? There are 2 million people who do not have jobs today that did have when Obama was immaculated. How many of them have gotten sick and died? How many of their wives or family members have gotten sick because they lost their jobs because of Obama? I'll guarantee you this, folks, and this may be one thing to do. You want to start talking about killing jobs? There's nobody in Barack Obama's league. Mitt Romney saves jobs. Mitt Romney and Bain Capital save jobs. That is their objective, is to go in and save companies which are failing. Barack Obama is a job killer, and every bit of that is true. Might even work to putting them on defense a little. They clearly, by the way, they don't like being on defense. You can tell it the way they react to this ad that Romney's running, accusing Obama of stripping the work requirements out of welfare. They don't like that at all. And the media doesn't like it at all. So it's possible to put these people on defense. You just got to, once it happens, keep them there. The Bain Capital saved 150 companies from bankruptcy. And there were people that worked at these 150 companies, and they didn't go into bankruptcy. That means the jobs there were saved. But yeah, you can't assume that everybody would support their wife when she had cancer. John Edwards. Well, you tell me where I'm wrong. You tell me where I'm wrong.
Why